what changed that we no longer fill those 6 positions anymore?
Sure, too, also with we were faced with station openings. Last year. And it was 2 issues that were brought up with that. One was manpower in the summertime, and the second item was overtime. Those were our 2 key issues that council was faced with. So.
Well, and I'm not advocating one way or another. I
No,
guess I'm just looking for the logic behind it. I mean, sorry, Mr. Liskey.
From what I recall, recently when Council Majority Council 126 was that the hiring of additional firefighters would reduce overtime. And I think that the fire department used to handle the purpose that they have too many guys. And almost certainly what we need is some kind of understanding of what the projected overtime might be with 120 versus 126.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Martin?
through the chair to the controller, do we have any kind of documentation of, like, based on those type of numbers, what projected overtime would be in those departments, in the fire department?
In the fire department,
Yes.
the 200,000 that's there today.
No. Based on the employee 120 versus the 126 that we had last year. And even if we had an estimate of the average of what we had in the fire department throughout last year, because apparently, I don't think we ever topped 126.
We never talked
118,
118,
right, so, you know.
Yeah, I
based on-
don't have that data. No, I do not.
We ask that.
Yeah, can we
obtain
get-
that, please?
What's the specific question again?
What would the projected overtime be with the reduction of firefighters from 126 to 120? Is that the question?
Yes,
Sure.
we never hit one.
Well, and here's another general question. I know last year, going into the new budget, the current budget, there were some firefighters, for lack of a better term, in queue for training. I don't know that that's the case now. Does anybody know if we have anybody scheduled for training come September? Because if I remember Commissioner McAdams' comments from his budget presentation, I really don't think that was intended for this year, that any additional hirings would be taking place. So I just think we just need a more accurate projection on that, and you know, what do we think is, I
Ms.
mean,
Camp, I can tell you that we're in the process of hiring 5 firefighters today to bring that number from 115 up to 120.
from the previous budget, under the current budget? Okay. So then 120 in the new budget is the max that they're looking to go.
At this point, yes. Right. That's what we budget. Right.
Mr. Schell?
Just a general comment without getting into great specifics, but part of our logic in putting together this budget for the fire department was also based on the fact that we are hopeful that we will have a new labor contract at some point, which would produce a situation where you wouldn't need to have as many firefighters.
Mr. Liss?
Yeah, and I can give you just a couple of examples if you want. And again, there's many, many parts of it, but for example, if we could get firefighters to do summer, winter vacations, that would be a substantial help in the number of firefighters we need. And also if we could get firefighters to take the position that we could have, say, 5 or 6 off instead of 7 off at one time, that would also greatly affect the number of firefighters that you need. So it's our hope that we will be successful in those two situations and others that will change the dynamics and the number you need in the fire department.
Mr. Liss?
Thank you. Does that mean that we're going to have less manpower on the rigs, on the equipment?
No,
No? The equipment, the numbers of people responding to a fire and or in medical emergency are gonna stay the same.
Right.
Well, that helps clarify my question to some degree as to why we worked to move the number up last year and now we're going down further than even where it was previous. Ms. Moore?
Madam Chair, through the chair to the controller's office, on the overtime to date, what we had in the fire department based on 118, where were we at total?
Through this last pay period,
Yes.
I don't have the exact number, but I believe you guys put in about 500,000, I believe, in overtime. Is that correct? You increased it to that? I believe we're at that number today.
We're at 500,000. And right now, in the current projected budget, you have what, 200,000?
Correct.
So there is no way possible unless a contract is agreed upon that we will even, you will be coming back to us no matter what, based on the number that we have in here, or where it was cut to.
Same answer.
Same answer, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Mr. Lewis?
Unless anybody else wants to talk. Got a question for Mr. Schimmel.
Hmm?
Mr. Schimmel, I heard that there were some layoff notices in the last day or so.
To DPW. I'm not familiar with layoff notices, are you?
Yeah, yes.
Or personnel is handling that, I don't know what's going on.
Yes, there's two of them.
How many?
Two of them.
Two.
In DPW.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
And that's it, as you know?
Two in DPW.
What about assessing and treasurers?
Yeah, assessing that one.
And treasurers.
Assessing that one?
Yeah.
And the treasurers.
What triggered that now?
I don't want to misspeak, but I believe the process is that they wanted to get those notices out in case they were eliminated in the budget, that the process of the bumping could start. So by the time July 1st came along, I guess last year, my understanding is that those layoff notices didn't happen until late in the month of June. And
There's
then
a
they
certain
caused the
number
budget
of
issue.
weeks that they're
Correct.
entitled to.
Yeah.
Just a general comment, another item that I'd like to consider. I agree with the senior real property appraiser that we need to keep that position in the budget. I think right now, considering how quickly property values have been changing and how many people have appealed their property assessments, I believe the Michigan Tax Tribunal says that they've got the highest caseload that they've ever seen, and that they're implementing plans to speed up the process up in Lansing. But that's going to entail a lot more work by the assessing staff. And there's going to be a lot of times where they're going to be at the tribunal testifying on appeals. So I don't see how we can eliminate this position unless we're just willing to agree to every grievance that's filed. That's all I got.
Any other members of council?
Ms. Camp?
I'm sorry, Mr. Malzahn?
The handout that you received regarding, let me see here, excuse me, the interest for Coach Manor, if you adjust the budget to the number that, I don't know who passed it out, but,
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry.
35,000 difference?
Yeah, if you guys use that number, you'll be below by $35,000. The number in the budget's correct, so I'm afraid if you use that number, you'll be off by $35,000. That is just the actual,
This?
yes, that's just the actual interest. And what whoever passed that out to you didn't realize is that there's a redemption cost amortization, and there's also a premium cost of premium, when bonds are issued, they're either issued at a discount or a premium. This one happened to be issued at a premium. So the net of those two numbers is the delta or the difference that you see in the budget versus what you see in the footnote of the actual interest cash out the door payment. So just wanted to clarify that, so I hope you won't utilize that page just because it doesn't make sense.
Madam Chair.
Ms. Torn?
Just one of the building authority members had brought it to our attention. They tried to get an answer on this at the building authority meeting. We did not have an answer, so they figured since we were having a budget hearing, they passed this out to everybody here to get an answer
Oh.
of what the difference was in
Sure.
that figure, because there was a discrepancy, based on the dollar numbers that they had in the final count versus the money that you had on here, so it was like a $35,000 difference.
Exactly.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Madam Chair.
Ms. Vogt?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Veronica,
Yes.
you said there was a redemption cost.
All right.
Do you know what that?
I don't have the information in front of me, but
Total.
approximately $750,000 at the redemption cost. That's amortized over the life of the debt. And then that's the same for the bond premium, and that is also amortized straight line over the life of the debt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other
I'm
comments?
curious how everyone's feeling about the $4 million from the court.
That was my
Yeah.
next question. I'm not comfortable with taking it from the court. I don't think it serves the general fund's purpose, being that it's, the general fund's ultimately responsible for repairs to that road. That's
There's
my
also the issue of that building, I believe, was deeded to the DDA.
Correct.
So, should the DDA be taking care of that? Should the DDA be administering that fund? I don't know.
I was just gonna say, I don't
I mean,
remember.
the city is responsible for providing the court to the community. But I'm like you, Ms. Gibb, I'm not comfortable taking that money from the court.
Does anybody know the purpose of deeding the court to the DDA, other than it's within its boundaries?
Yeah, was it maintenance issues? Well,
I think it really matters because the DDA would spend money for public buildings and stuff. Whether they own it or not.
Well, because my question is, just because they own the building, I don't think they have the control of the fund, myself.
No, I'm just saying, it throws a new kink into it that I think just pulling that $4 million and saying, we're gonna throw it into the general fund and use it any way we please. No, it just does not make sense.
Well,
You think we should formally encumber it,
Can I just,
The $4 million?
segregating it out of the general fund with the budget resolution?
yeah, consideration. But here's my concern as well, is that if we take the 4 million, and we've already had what I felt was a pretty clear warning, I guess, from the members of the court building, and the fact that if we take it, they're not gonna collect the funds anymore. So if we take that 4 million and we shore up the general fund with that money,